All right, so today we're going deep on The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Okay.
It's a book that's sold millions and millions of copies.
It really has.
So clearly it's resonating with people, but,
Mm-hmm.
is it just kind of a feel-good story? Or is there actually something deeper going on there?
That's a great question.
And, I think that's kind of what we're going to try to figure out in this deep dive.
I love that.
So The Alchemist. What is this book about? And why is it so popular?
At its core, it's a story about a young shepherd named Santiago who has this dream about treasure buried near the pyramids of Egypt.
Okay, so he's a shepherd, and he has a dream about treasure.
Right.
Most people would just be like,
Totally.
it's just a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He actually decides to follow it.
He does. And that right there is one of the big takeaways.
Okay.
It's about following your dreams, or as Coelho calls it, your personal legend.
So this personal legend,
Yeah.
what is that?
It's that unique purpose that each of us is born with, the thing that makes us feel truly alive. It's like our reason for being.
So
Yeah.
is it like our career? Is it something?
It could be your career.
Okay.
It could be your relationships, your creative pursuits, your contribution to the world. Really anything that lights you up.
Okay, but Santiago,
Yeah.
he just ups and leaves his life.
He does.
Like as a shepherd.
Right.
That seems a little irresponsible, doesn't it?
I mean, it definitely involves risk, but the book is pushing us to think about
Okay.
what are we willing to sacrifice to pursue our dreams?
Okay, so he leaves. And then what?
Well, he encounters a whole cast of characters
Okay.
who each teach him valuable lessons along the way. There's Melchizedek,
Uh-huh.
the king of Salem, who gives him these stones called Urim and Thummim.
Right, like divination tools or something.
Yeah, exactly. They help him interpret omens. Then there's the crystal merchant, who shows him the importance of both pursuing his dreams and being present in the moment.
Okay.
And of course, there's the alchemist himself.
Right, and he's the mysterious
figure.
Yeah, who guides Santiago towards his treasure. But he's also more than that.
Okay.
He's like a symbol of wisdom and spiritual enlightenment.
So he's kind of like I don't know.
Like a mentor figure?
Yeah, like a mentor figure.
Definitely.
I mean, you could almost see him as in like Star Wars, Yoda or
Totally.
or like Gandalf.
Exactly. They all represent this archetype of the wise guide, right?
Right.
Who appears when the hero is ready to learn.
But it's really about Santiago learning for himself, isn't it?
Absolutely. The alchemist just helps him tap into his own inner wisdom.
Okay, so it's not like he's just telling him.
No. It's more about helping him listen to his own intuition and the signs around him,
Uh-huh.
which brings us to another big theme, the journey itself.
Okay.
It's not just about reaching the destination.
Oh, the growth and transformation that happen along the way.
Okay, well, the journey.
Right.
He goes through the desert.
Yes. The desert is such a powerful symbol in this book.
Okay.
It represents challenge, isolation, and the need for resilience.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he has to kind of face his fears.
Exactly. He has to confront his limitations and discover his inner strength.
Right.
The desert strips away everything that's not essential.
Okay, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I think everybody wants to know about the treasure.
Of course. That's what drives the whole story.
So
yeah.
does he find it? I mean, I don't want to give any spoilers, but
Well, he does eventually find the treasure,
okay.
but it's not where he expected. And it's not what he expected.
Yep.
It's more about the realization that the real treasure was inside him all along.
So the journey was the treasure.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
self-discovery, the growth, the resilience he developed, that's the real gold.
That's pretty deep. But is this just a story? Or can we actually
The age-old question.
can we actually learn something from this?
Absolutely. I think that's why this book has resonated with so many people.
Okay.
It gives us this framework for understanding our own journeys,
Uh-huh.
It encourages us to pay attention to the signs, to listen to our intuition, and to have the courage to follow our dreams.
So those omens that you mentioned.
Yes. The omens are a big part of it. It's like the universe is constantly giving us clues
Okay.
if we're open to seeing them.
So what does that actually mean for
Mm-hmm.
the person listening to this?
Well, I think the big takeaway is that we all have a personal legend
Okay.
waiting to be discovered. But it takes courage, it takes action, and it takes a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones.
It's kind of like that old saying,
Yeah.
a ship in harbor is safe.
Yes.
But that's not what ships are built for.
Exactly. We have to be willing to set sail, to embrace the unknown.
Yeah.
Huh.
What are those whispers that you're ignoring in your own life?
That's the question, isn't it? What dreams have you been putting off? What signs have you been ignoring?
It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day, you know?
Absolutely. But this book reminds us that there's more to life than just going through the motions.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
Yeah, it does.
Like I said, there's a reason this book is so popular.
It really is a powerful story.
I think we covered a lot in this deep dive.
I think so too.
But I'm sure there's stuff we missed.
Oh, there's always more to uncover.
Yeah, there always is.
Like, did Santiago ultimately make the right choice? What's the significance of the desert turning back into green fields at the end?
Right. And
Yeah.
what about all the alchemical symbolism? We didn't even get into that.
We just scratched the surface.
But,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the point,
I think so too.
It's a book that keeps giving.
It's a journey in itself, right?
Exactly. The Alchemist may end, but your journey
That's your-
continues.
It does. And hopefully this deep dive has given our listeners some food for thought.
And some courage to pursue their own personal legends.
Exactly.
Well said.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, keep searching for that treasure.
I will.
All right.
Take care.
You too.